Hello everyone, welcome to my grade 12 maths with Liguana, where we break the complex maths problem step by step. So I hope that this video will be very useful and it will help with the better understanding of topic, which is the sequences and series. So for today's lesson we are going to focus on arithmetic sequences and geometric sequences. So with an arithmetic sequence, what is an arithmetic sequence? Arithmetic sequence is a sequence where consecutive terms are calculated by adding a constant value to the previous term. This constant value is either a positive or a negative. So, and this constant value is the same as saying the common difference in a sequence. So let's say you are given a sequence of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 up to infinity. So in this case, you know that the common difference here is 2. You know, in order to get the second term, you have to add 2 to the first term. In order to get the third term, you have to add 2 to the second term. So the second term, which is 4 minus the first term, it gives you 2. The common difference in this case is 2. So for us to determine the general term of a sequence, there is a formula which should be used. Okay. The formula which should be used to get the general term is Tn is equals to a plus into n minus 1d, where Tn is the nth term of a sequence. We call it the nth term. Is the nth term of a sequence. Then we have a, which is the first term of a sequence. We call it the first term of a sequence. We have n, which the one that is located inside the bracket here. The n there inside the bracket is the position of term. The position of term. It is the position of a term. Okay, this is the position. Is the position of a term. So lastly we have d. Lastly we have d. The d, which is the common difference. This one is the common difference between the number in a sequence. Okay, the common difference is the common difference between number in a sequence. Right, so let's say you are given the following arithmetic sequence. Let me quickly wipe. Let's say you are given the following arithmetic sequence of minus 15, minus 11, minus 7, up to the last term, which is 173, and you are supposed and you are being asked if this is an arithmetic sequence. How are you supposed to prove that? You can prove that by subtracting the second term from the first term and the third term from the second term. So term number 2 minus term number 1, in this case I have negative 11 minus into the first term was minus 15. What do I get? I get 4. Even the third term minus the second term, it's minus 7 minus into minus 11. What do I get? I get 4. So this proves that this is an arithmetic sequence. Remember that an arithmetic sequence is a sequence where the consecutive terms, they are calculated by adding a constant value. For me to get negative 11, I should add 4 to negative 15. So negative 15 plus 4, it will give me negative 11. Okay, then the second question says, oh sorry, the second question says you must determine the number of term in the sequence. The number of term in the sequence. Remember your difference. You got 4. Your first value was minus 15. So if they say determine the formula of the general term, the formula of the general term goes like a plus into n minus 1 d, where you know your first term was minus 15. We are just substituting the known values here, n minus 1, then the difference was 4, which is then you have to remove the bracket by multiplying. So minus 15 plus 4 times n is 4n, then 4 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 4. So minus 15 minus 4 gives me minus 19. So we have 4n minus 19 as my general formula. So Tn is equals to 4n minus 9. For us to prove that our answer is correct, you can substitute 1 in where you see n, like this. Where you see n, you can put 1 here. You will get the value of minus 15, which was our first term. Then to get the second term, you can still substitute here by 2. We are just proving if our general formula is correct. Substitute by 2 here on the calculator. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 19. You are left with negative 11. The answer is negative 11. Let's quickly move to the next subtopic, which is geometric sequences. Is a geometric sequence. Geometric sequence is a sequence of number in which each new term, except for the first term, it is calculated by multiplying the previous term by a constant value, which is called the constant ratio. For example, if you are given a sequence of 7, 21 and 63, and you have to determine the constant ratio, this is formula that can be used. Term number 2 divided by term number 1 to equals to term number 3 over term number 2 to give us r. So the second term then is 21 divided by first term, which is 7. Then which is equals to third term, it's 63 divided by term number term number 3, we have 63 divided by second term, which is 21. So when you divide 21 by 7, or when you divide 63 by 21, r give us 3. So here our constant ratio is 3. So can we quickly do the second question, which says find the general formula of a sequence. So when you find the general formula of a sequence, this is the formula of a general term which can be used, whereby Tn is equals to ar raised to the power of n minus 1. Ar. A is the first value here. Let me put it there. Ar. A is the first value. Our first value is 7. 7 into, you substitute the known value. Our r is the constant ratio. From the previous question, we get the constant ratio of 3. And you know this constant ratio is just the what they used to multiply. Like to get the third term, they used 3 to multiply 21 in order to get the third term. Same applies to the fourth term up to infinity. So we put 3 here to the power of n minus 1. So therefore our Tn is equals to 7 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of n minus 1. This is our general formula of the sequence. So I hope you now get the difference between the general sequence and the arithmetic sequence, and I also hope that you enjoyed the lesson and it was very useful or helpful, and you have gained a better understanding of the topic. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Feel free to comment. Feel free to contact me on my Gmail, millennium5391@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye.